Hi, it's Gidge, and these are my Week 3 NFL picks. First of all, Jacksonville and
Hey guys, I'm Uncle
Indianapolis.
Crappy. As you learned, if you watched the
from
inaugural
Clumbercam
version,
and
Oliver DeBoo.
Hi,
See
I'm
ya.
Goon Squad Sarah,
I'm Ian.
and we are here
Hi
to make
everyone,
our week 3
I'm
picks.
Jill and this is Celia, and we're going to give you our Week 3 NFL picks. I know you've been waiting with bated breath for someone you've never heard of and her 5-year-old daughter to give you their football picks.
First of all,
So try to
Jacksonville and
contain
Indianapolis. I don't root against the Colts. If I root against the Colts, God will kill a kitten. Therefore, I'm going to pick Indianapolis. Go Colts. My next pick would be Atlanta versus San Diego. Sorry, Falcons. I don't see you coming out of this one. So, sorry, I'm picking San Diego on that one. Now, Kansas City is at New Orleans. It will be my sincerest hope that at the end of this game, Kansas City is not only victorious, but that they get to eat the losing team. That would be a huge plus to me. And then Tampa Bay is playing Dallas. Sorry, Bucks. I love you guys. Dallas is going to win. Those are Gidge's picks.
hey guys, I'm Uncle Crappy. As you learned, if you watched the inaugural version of the Carla and Crappy show a week ago, I am exceptionally talented at making lousy college football picks. The good news for all of our Draft Day Suit viewers and readers, I am every bit as adept at making lousy NFL picks, as you'll find out here in a second. To preface, I am an AFC North kind of guy. I grew up living as a Browns fan in Columbus, and I've lived in Ohio for nearly my whole life. Until about 18 years ago when I moved to Pittsburgh, again, solidly in the AFC North wheelhouse. And that's why, boys and girls, I'm going to focus on the Rust Belt football that has sustained me for 45 seasons so far. Let's start in Cincinnati, where the Bungles are 4-point underdogs to the Redskins and rookie quarterback Robert Griffin III. All you need to know about this game, Cincinnati's defense made the Browns look competent during last week's first edition of the Battle of Ohio. The Redskins are far from being a complete team, but they will have enough to outscore the Bengals on Sunday afternoon. Next, we head to Ohio's North Coast, where my Brownies will try to collect their first win of the season against the Bills, who are a 3-point favorite on the road. Here's the thing. I'm actually semi-encouraged by the Browns so far, especially if we're talking about the defense. Sure, that could be a product of playing Mike Vick and the Bungles in back-to-back weeks, but they seem to have taken a step forward so far this season. Is that enough against the Bills? Yeah, sure, what the hell. Browns beat Buffalo on Sunday. Is there a team that has been a bigger mess than Cleveland over the past few seasons? I'm saying there is, and it's the Oakland Raiders. The schedule does the Silver and Black no favors by bringing the Stillers to Oakland on Sunday afternoon. As the season goes on, I will have more of an opportunity to talk about Pittsburgh being old and perhaps overrated, but that ain't going to matter on Sunday. Pittsburgh wins with ease. The Sunday night game is one of those where there is very little pleasure for me because we're talking about the Patriots visiting Baltimore. What do I hope will happen? I hope that both teams will take sightseeing cruises on the Inner Harbor and both boats will vanish forever. What do I think will happen? The Ravens still have the best defense in the conference, and that will get them past Brady and Belichick. To recap, I'm going with the Redskins over the Bengals, the Browns over the Bills, the Stillers over the Raiders, and the Ratbirds over the Patriots. Enjoy your Rust Belt football this weekend, boys and girls, and we will see you back here next week.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, so Oliver, who's going to win the Giants and Panthers?
I think it's going to be the Giants.
Why?
They won the Super Bowl last year. They lost their first game in preseason, but then I think they're what's the record?
I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
All right, how about the Rams and the Bears?
Rams and the Bears. I think I have to say the Rams will win.
Alrighty. How about the Bills and the Browns? Buffalo and Cleveland.
I think it's the Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Yeah, Buffalo.
Don't you like the Browns?
I like the Browns, but
You like the Browns?
no, I don't. I like them a little.
Okay.
The predictions for this teams by the Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Browns. The Browns were last, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Buffalo's gonna go.
Okay.
on top.
How about Tampa Bay and Dallas?
I think Dallas.
You think Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to break Sarah's heart
Why?
because she likes the Buccaneers.
Well, Dallas.
Okay.
Okay.
Jacksonville and Indianapolis.
I think it's going to be.
That's a tough one.
It's probably going to be
Okay.
Indianapolis.
How about the Jets and the Dolphins?
Totally the Jets. Jets are 1-1. Dolphins not a very good team. Jets are not a very good team.
Okay.
I mean, the Jets are a really good team. Miami's not a very good team, so I think
Okay.
the Jets are probably going to win.
All right. How about the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings?
San Francisco, because they've had a really strong season. They are 2-0. Vikings, they're probably 1-1. I say.
Okay. Kansas City and New Orleans.
I'm gonna say New Orleans.
Yeah?
Yep.
Think they've looked impressive this year?
I don't know what the team is.
The Saints.
Okay. No.
No.
Kansas City.
Okay.
Kansas City's gonna go on top.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
Detroit. What's it?
that. Detroit and the Tennessee Titans.
It's gonna be Detroit. They won their first game against the Steelers. So
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be the Detroit.
Okay. And our screen just went blank. And okay. How about the Bengals and the Redskins?
I'm gonna have to say I think it's going to be the Redskins.
Me
Are gonna win
too. I'm with you there. How about Arizona and Philadelphia?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia?
I'm gonna go with Philadelphia.
Okay. All right. How about, while I get this working again, how about the Steelers and the Raiders?
Steelers, I have to say. Steelers 1-1, just like the Jets.
What do you like about the Steelers this season?
Well, they're doing really good, even though they've lost. They lost their first game against the Broncos, as I said earlier. But then they came on top of the Jets. So the Jets and the Steelers are 1-1 both.
Okay.
So
How about the Falcons and the Chargers? Atlanta, San Diego.
Falcons.
Falcons.
They have the best quarterback.
They're looking strong.
Looking really
How
strong.
about Houston and Denver?
Denver?
Denver.
They don't-
Peyton?
Yep. Well,
After last week, you think Peyton's going to do it?
what's the Houston team?
Texans.
The Texans. Yep, it's still gonna be Denver.
Okay. 2 more left. New England and Baltimore. The Patriots and the Ravens.
I'm gonna say the Ravens are gonna win.
It's one of the few times I ever root for New England now against the Ravens.
Okay.
I'm going to hope that New England gets it together for this one.
Okay, well, we'll see.
And Green Bay and Seattle, Monday night.
Green Bay.
Why?
They're a really strong team last year. So close, just the Super Bowl team that beat them.
Okay.
They did really good in the Super Bowl. Looks like they're doing pretty strong here.
Okay.
And we are here to make our week 3 picks for the NFL. The Giants or Carolina?
The St. Louis.
Who do you think is going to win? New York Giants or Carolina?
Probably.
If you don't stay in the frame, they can't see your things.
Carolina?
Carolina.
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to take the Giants. They really played well last week at the end. They destroyed the Buccaneers at the very end, and it was they made a crazy comeback. I didn't know they had this kind of skills. I think if Eli and Hakeem Nicks can keep doing that, I think it's going to be really tough for Carolina to take them. St. Louis or Chicago?
Probably Chicago. I'm not sure.
I'm going to take St. Louis. I think the Rams, I really hate to say this, I really hate the Rams, but I think the Rams looked really good against Washington last week. I was surprised to see that in them. I think that they looked good. Bradford looked good. Jackson looked good. They did great. Amendola came out of nowhere, right? And Chicago lost Forte, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Buffalo at Cleveland. And
Buffalo?
I also like Buffalo to win this. Tampa Bay at Dallas.
I have to say Tampa Bay.
I am also taking Tampa Bay. I think that the Bucks.
Because I
Actually,
think
the
that
Bucks looked great last week until the last 5 minutes, and Dallas looked like crap last week. Have you guys seen that video of that guy yelling? It's totally awesome. I'm gonna pause this for a second and come back. This is taking too long. Go ahead. You want to change your pick to the Giants?
Yeah,
Okay, how come?
because I didn't really
You're not on
watch
the screen. You have to...
I didn't really watch the game
Uh-huh.
with the New York Giants, but from what I hear, I think the Giants would win.
All right, that's fair. All right, who do you think
So
would win,
who's
the
next?
Jets or Miami? New York Jets or Miami Dolphins?
I have to say Jets.
Me too. I think the Jets are going to win this. I think that Miami played super well last week, and Reggie Bush was crazy, but I think that was a fluke. San Francisco at Minnesota.
Whew. I have to say Minnesota.
Okay, I'm going to take the 49ers. They look great this year. Alex Smith is totally impressive, and the whole team looks fantastic. Kansas City at New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah. I don't think the Saints are going to go 0-3. They're too good, and they're probably really angry, and I don't think Kansas City can hold them off. Especially at home. I mean, their fans are going to go crazy. All right, Ian. Cincinnati at Washington.
Cincinnati, because the Redskins aren't having that good of seasons.
All right, clearly he's not watching the games. But I'm going to take Washington. I'm surprised they lost last week. RG3 is RG3, and
Oh yeah.
I think they collapsed a little bit, but they look...
RG3 beat everybody.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
sad
great in fantasy.
he wasn't on my fantasy football team.
He is on my fantasy football team, and he's wrecking people, and it's exciting, and still... I mean, they lost last week, but the city's still going nuts. Look, you can see that paint. Let's do this. There.
So,
Detroit at Tennessee.
Detroit, I'm not sure.
I'm taking Detroit, too. They're going to win one. They're a good team. I don't know why they keep losing. Jacksonville at Indianapolis.
Jacksonville?
I'm taking Jacksonville, too.
Philadelphia against Arizona?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Philadelphia.
Me, too. I like the Eagles in this matchup. Atlanta at San Diego.
Atlanta?
Yeah, I still think Atlanta's going to win the Super Bowl this year. I know, it sounds crazy. But Atlanta's so good, you guys. Atlanta's so good this year. They're going to win this game.
So,
Houston at Denver. Richie. We're going to have to do some...
Houston?
Yeah, I'm taking Houston, too. Let's go quick. Pittsburgh at Oakland.
Oakland.
Ooh, I'm going to take Pittsburgh. That's a bold call, sir. New England at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. We root for the Ravens when nobody's looking. And wait, Green Bay at Seattle.
I have to say Green Bay.
Me too. Seattle looks good this year. I think Green Bay will take this game. I think Green Bay is really good. And that's what we're sticking with.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
First, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Washington Redskins. Celia, who do you think is going to win? The Bengals or the Redskins? The Redskins. I think the Redskins are going to win too. RG3 has been holding his own pretty well, and the Bengals, well, they're the Bengals. Yeah. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills versus the Cleveland Browns. Celia, who do you think? Celia, the Saints. I think the Saints are going to win too. These are two 0-2 teams, but I think the Saints are the better of the two 0-2 teams in this game, even with the Bounty Gate. And I just think that the Kansas City Chiefs just don't have enough to beat them. So, last but not least, we have the Steelers versus the Raiders. Who do we think is going to win?
I like the Steelers better.
I like the Steelers better, too. It's always fun to watch the Steelers defense go up against Carson Palmer, and the Raiders just, well, let's face it, they stink. And the Steelers are awesome. So we're going to pick the Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Thanks for watching, and those are our Week 3 picks.